Welcome back to the Z Monster channel. Yes, we are going to do a garden update video. I know the grass looks a little tall. I actually did cut it last week, and we've had so much rain that it just grows and grows. Even in our burn pile, it's growing. Those weeds are growing tall. I wanted to cover a few things out here really quick. We got a lot of our squashes and stuff. They're growing up on the fence here, hanging up pretty nice. You can see some of the squashes right in there. There's a nice big one right there. We're going to get inside here real quick so we can finish this up. But you can see there's one hanging on the fence right there. And there's a baby one here, just so you can see compared to my size of my hand, what size it is. There's another one up here. Pretty nice, pretty nice. All right. Over here, you know, we have all of our vining stuff, and we do have some growing up on the fence over here too, which is nice and pretty. We do have some miscellaneous ones in here. Let's see if I can peek in here. Don't want to get the snakes all riled up in there, but yeah, there's a nice squashy in there. Got a lot of plants in here, a lot of plants. There's another little Asian melon in here. We got all of this area here, and there are squashes all throughout in here. You can see them just hiding in there and hiding over there and hiding over there. We have picked a few and we're eating them, so no surprises there. There's another one in here. You can hear the bee. He's doing his business. I'm gonna leave him alone, and hopefully he'll leave me alone. Then we got some other squashes and melon plants here. Wanted to try to get over to the watermelon that's over here. Let me see. We do have a zucchini. You can see the larger one here, the zucchini. We did pick some zucchinis off of this one already, so I don't want to get too much into that, but hopefully you can see right over there's a watermelon. And we got more melons. We got a bunch of grapes over here that are growing on here, and got another little baby watermelon there. Here's a watermelon in here. And I'm gonna cross over here and try not to step on anything important. Oh, little watery melon there. All right, we got the grapes. These are the muscadine grapes, but you can see the bugs, beetle bugs, whatever, these little bugs eat all the leaves, so there's no protection of them, and it gets really hot. But we have all these grapes here. Then over here, they're also eating them. And we have, these are the seedless grapes that we're trying to grow this year. And you can see these stupid beetles get on everything. Ugh. But do have some grapes in there, nothing spectacular. We probably do have some snakes in here, so we're not gonna rile them up too much. So I'm gonna try and stay off of the melons. And the melons, the acorn squash right there. Got a whole bunch of them on those. Our fig tree is growing back up over here, and it's gonna probably push on the fence a little bit this year, but it came back after we cut it back hard. We cut it back hard. Let's go back over here. Weird. Okay, lemongrass. Got flowers in there. Let me circle around. So much to see, so little time. All right, this is blueberries, and you can see there is still some blueberries on there. We've been picking them and eating them for breakfast, so yeah, but they're on there. They're nice, getting on there. We just have these two bushes right now, which is plenty for us. We got another squash in here. You can see the nice zucchini right there. We've gotten some ginormous ones because they hide. The squashes are hiding in there underneath these humongous leaves, and we don't see them. And yeah, this is our bell pepper starter field here. We had to thin it out, and we planted stuff over there. And we've got some bell peppers growing on this one here. Some nice ones there. Another squash plant here. You can see a little There's the little zucchini are in there. The starter plants over here. Asian stuff over here. Let's see what else we got. Our strawberry fields forever over here. Yeah, we got strawberry fields, and there has been strawberries on there. We've been kind of picking through them. We've put some radish and lettuce into this box here because we tried to get starter plants off of the runners, off of these strawberries, and put them in there, and they didn't make it. So yes, we've got those. You can see they're still flowering up here nice. And then we've got the asparagus field still. And it is growing asparaguses, and it's also growing all these wonderful things here. But yeah, all right, back into the garden. All right, we've got jalapeno plants and squash plants mixed together, being happy. Nice little flowers growing here. Yeah, it's gonna be an okra. See the baby okra? Okra, it's on its way. We got some jalapenos in there. We've already picked some, but you can see there's some good sized ones are on this tree here. Probably should have been picked, but we got plenty of days left for picking through here. Another squash. You can see some of the squashes, they don't mature all the way. So something like this, where the squashes start from the flower, flower dies off, and then the squash grows. But if they aren't fertilized by the bees, then it'll actually not grow to fully. It'll actually die off. More jalapenos. We got the baby ones growing here. We picked a bunch off of these trees. I'll show you those when we get inside. Here's some other jalapenos, and they're starting to get weird shape. They do whatever they want over here. So those are good. More jalapenos. More jalapenos there, and over there. A lot of squashes in here. As you can see in here. Really cool looking ones in here. This is where we had the potatoes growing. We pulled all those out and planted some more stuff, which we'll get into. All right, you can see in here. Oop. Got a nice big old cabbage growing in here. As long as the bugs don't eat it away too much. Another one in here. Around all the other squashes, you can see the squashes growing up underneath some of these leaves here. And here we go. We got more bell peppers. And then most of the taller green plants that you're going to see here are going to be bell pepper plants. And then in between all the bell pepper plants, we had originally put garlic, but the garlic didn't make it because of the heat. And then we got the oversaturation of water, so the plants like it, but the garlic didn't. You can see some of the garlic just lays down. I know this looks weird with all these sticks and stuff in here. Ooh, it hooked me. But in all the baskets, but we do this to shade it from the sun, because the sun here, the heat is killer. The humidity is bad, but if we shade the plants to start them, it works really well. And then over here, we've got some more tomato plants growing in the middle here. Nice tomatoes. We did pick some, so we'll show you those as well. And let me see, we got more baskets here so that we can shade these different things here. And we've got the perilla leaves, and we got a couple of flower plants in here, and that's just so that they'll produce flowers, so that they draw the bees in for the marigolds. Yeah. And there's another one over here, and we went through those squashes there, but we got more bell peppers, purple hold bean, green beans there. There's some more squashes and melons that we got over here, and then over here we've got our tomato plants that are trying to be shaded, but also helps to try to keep some of the bugs off of these things. You can see in here, let me lift it up so you can see, there is a lot of tomatoes growing on them. The bugs are still trying to get in here, And that's one thing. From the outside of the fence, we were worried about the deer possibly coming in to try and get the tomatoes. So out here, I guess deer like the tomato plants, but I threw corn out, so we'll hopefully get them to do that instead of this. But yeah, we got some big ones. Sorry, I'm gonna see how big. It's big. I mean, that's the size of a green apple. That is huge. But a lot of those going in here. Like I said, we picked the red ones already. I'll show you those in a minute when we get into the house. So we get lots of those here. We got sunflowers. We thought these were the big, huge sunflowers, but apparently not. So we picked the wrong ones, and that's what we got. We've got sweet potatoes growing here. You can see all the vines here. This is twofold. For some reason, the deer like the shoots, so we'll let this kind of overgrow, and we'll take some of the shoots and we'll throw it over where we put the deer corn. The deer come in, they love eating it. It's kind of weird. And that's going to be it for these. They grew. They didn't grow to be big and huge, and now they're all dying back. But they were really pretty when they were growing. We are looking for the really huge ones that grow like 6 feet tall, and they're probably like two feet wide, and you actually get sunflower seeds out of the centers. But apparently we got the wrong seeds. But we'll look into that and get the right ones. Over here, this area where the baskets are currently is going to be our pickling cucumber area. We already got some plants started from seeds. They're just babies right now. I know we're starting them later in the year, but we looked at the package and looked online, and it says you can plant them later in the season. We weren't going to grow them this year because we figured we had enough pickles, but then we actually started going through our storage and found out we were down to our last 2 jars of pickles. And we gave 1 jar to our pastor at church because his wife is pregnant and she had a craving for pickles. Couldn't figure that one out. So we gave 1 to her. Well, I have 1 left for me. And then we gotta make some more. So we're gonna grow some more. That's what you do when you run out of stuff, is you grow more and more and more. Now on the outside of the fence, we had the peach tree and 3 more fig trees over here in this particular area, and it's in the processes of being weeded out again because the forest is starting to try and get into the our garden. So my wife's been diligently working on getting these 3 trees back up. They are growing pretty nicely for how far back we cut them back. The peach tree way down on the end is not coming back. We're going to dig that one out, and we're going to be planting some more. We're not sure if it was a sunlight issue, because right now it gets full sun for most of the day until the sun goes down past those trees, and then until it comes up over these trees here. It gets full sun, so we're thinking maybe it's being choked out by some of these things. But we're trying to get all the fruit trees along this fence edge here, because beyond that is somebody else's property. So we're trying to keep our trees in line here, and we're going to get more fruit trees and things like that. Our plan was originally to put 1 in every year, so we'll have different stages of different fruit trees coming down here that'll grow stuff. Right now we got the figs and the peach didn't work out, so the next thing is we'll probably put something here for either this year or next year, and then continue on down as it progresses. In the wilderness here that's growing into us, we still have the berries growing. As you can see here, we still got the wild blackberries. Some of them are red, so you don't eat the red ones. That will make you sick and not feel good. And we've got several nice black ones on there, and they grow they grow pretty well in there. We just can't get to all of them because the snakes also like this. So we try not to go in there. And we're still working on trying to get somebody to come and bush hog all this stuff down so we can actually get into the back part of our yard, because we actually have several acres that are back in here all the way to a little creek that's in here, and we can't access it easily until we get this all bush hogged down. So still looking. In the meantime, we've got Yard work as usual. A lot of weed whacking. For our particular property, we cut twice, weed whack once because of the time consumingness of it. So this next time, before we cut, we'll be doing weed whacking along the edges of everything, and then we'll cut. We don't have to weed whack every single time. It normally keeps it back enough, but this is just overgrown a lot. We have a couple of wild melons in here and some other spices and herbs growing in these here. Over here we had our sweet potatoes last year, from what you remember. Hopefully you remember. We're still growing some other unique things that are necessary in there. And we're going to go over to the flower bed. Yay! Show you all my horrible cut job on the grass here. Definitely needs a weed whack. Okay, this is our flower bed. It's outside one of the bedroom windows, and this one grows really well out here. All this stuff, we've got oregano, we've got garlic chives, we've got regular baby chives over here growing really nice. Oregano, parsley, lemon balm. Here's your Mexican tarragon, arriba, and garlic chives, basil, spearmint or peppermint, one of those. Spearmint, there you go. And it grows and grows and grows, and we have to keep cutting this one back. And this is where we put all that cool stuff, and anytime you want to have it, you just come out here, cut something off of it, and cook it up that day. It's great, so you don't have to worry about it. We do have the wild dewberry that grows in here too. It just pops up anywhere, and you got to pull it out because it will choke out anything. And as you can see, hopefully you can see on here, this thing it's prickly everywhere. Everywhere on there is horrible, so you got to pick it out.
There's the oregano, Greek oregano.
Okay, Greek oregano apparently is this little leafy one right there. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this little update video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys enjoy gardening and seeing all that kind of stuff there. We're going to show you some stuff inside the house. All right, this is the basket of tomatoes that we picked today. You can see they're a good, nice size. I got some of those, some Romas. Now you may see that they're not bright orange, but we have to get them before the bugs start to eat them, and then they will get darker. You can see that they do get darker here. We also picked some jalapenos, and voila, made jalapeno poppers out of them. So you can see these are pretty big size compared to my hand. I don't know, some of these jalapenos are really large, and it's going to steam up the camera. But yeah, that's what we do with the jalapenos for now. We also dice them up and you know, salsas and freeze them. Like I said, we have all of our canning stuff here that we've grown in the garden, and canned stuff. You can see everything: string beans, potatoes, pickles, soups, broths, everything. I mean, we do have some canned stuff too that we I picked up on sales and stuff that we need. We also have all of our homemade hot sauces. We have everything from a mild jalapeno hot sauce all the way up to a ghost pepper hot sauce. And then we have a super sauce, which is like a mixture of all the sauces blended together that we mix with any generic bottle of barbecue sauce. 1/3 of hot sauce to a bottle of this, and woo, it makes some awesome barbecue sauce with a little bit of zip to it. People love it. But yeah, that's where we got all this. We also have our water storage here, because we do go through a lot of water. We do have well water on our property, which is great for watering the gardens, but not so much for drinking. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and as always, we will talk to you later.